What's going on, y'all? About to check out this video from WestJet, and it's about Asmongold's ban. Apparently, it got way worse. Let's check this out. Don't forget to hit the hype button and the like button, and subscribe if you haven't. Let's get into it.
A massive day for the unemployed. That's me. Asmongold's bad situation is getting crazier, and he made a whole ass response, doubling down. Asmongold stands by border force comments amidst Twitch ban. Twitch hit his Zach Rar channel with a 2-week ban and prompting backlash from Destiny and calls for permanent.
That's crazy. Yo, Destiny need to chill out. Calling for permanence, that's wild.
While Asmongold accuses the platform of a left-wing bias and double standards.
Hey guys, it's me again.
Apparently he also had a cancer scare, which is not shocking. He is 57.
I'm 36 years old. I have had really no health problems ever in my entire life other than my teeth.
Asmongold's response to being banned for advocating for migrant children was to double down and then talk about other kinds of kids that should also be murdered. I'm not even joking. Are you
when it comes to the Asmongold situation, I'm telling you, I've seen Hassan Piker say 1,000 times worse, bro. Hassan be wildin'. He ain't getting banned for the amount of time that this dude Asmongold is. So let's see what's happening. Let's see how long it's for all the other details.
Confused because you missed my last video, or God forbid you have a job. Basically, again, 60,000 sneakos ran into Spain from Morocco, and Asmongold was not having any of it.
And I think they should use guns to stop it. And I'm not sorry for saying that. And it doesn't matter what you try to use as, emotional blackmail or something like that. Fundamentally, all of these different tools that these people use will never actually be applied in a universal way. These are the same people whose ideology leads them to thinking that 6-year-olds can transition to another gender.
Trans people just caught a stray.
Some of my best friends are trans.
In order for you to invade a country or in order for you to do terrorist attacks, I think that you're a f***ing animal, and I'm not sorry for it. And I honestly think that most people agree with me. I think that almost everybody does. But unfortunately, we've had this inversion of morality where these truly evil, malignant, pernicious people have been allowed to use this fake moral authority that they have to dictate that we have to allow terrorism, violence, and complete societal collapse. And if we don't allow this, somehow we're the ones that are evil.
Asmongold already got a girlfriend, so why?
He ain't wrong, bro. Right, he should be allowed to give his opinion, especially on something like immigration, bro. I think it's out of hand right now.
Is he the one cooking? Which is ideologically captured by left-wing terrorism supporters. Whether it's Islamic terrorism, BLM, or Tesla bombings, these leftists will always enable and promote it. They do this because it works, and also because the government refuses to hold them accountable.
Never once have I ever heard about the human rights or the privileges or, what's the right thing to do for all of the people in this city who are now having to be terrified in their homes, boarding their houses up. You have these migrants banging on their doors, smashing their windows, destroying their businesses.
Most of these sneakos can't even afford a shirt, and these people are landlords, is something Hassan would probably say. I don't know.
We're going to keep bringing in immigrants in this country on purpose, just so they can f*** your sister, and then maybe even your daughter. We're going to destroy the white race. That's what we're here to do.
Is this like 2 truths and a lie? I know a leftist cuck.
That was hella nasty. I don't know where that came from. Yo, that was out of pocket. What? Why would you even say something like that?
We'll probably say he's joking, but what's the punchline? Asmongold is saving the white race by having a coalition with the Asian Empire. Hassan Piker says he wants to destroy the white race. Then Hassan says, I'm white, LMAO. Yeah, and I'm John Cena! A white guy named Hassan. Sure, buddy. It reminds me of that Superbad movie when he tried to make his name Muhammad.
Yeah, I was between that and Muhammad.
Why the f would it be between that and Muhammad?
Shout outs to McLovin. Shout outs to the whole crew from Superbad. I see Jonah Hill's getting a lot of I guess you could say hate right now because he was talking about his jujitsu skills and being able to grapple and do jujitsu. Shout outs to him. I ain't mad at it. I got a friend that is probably one of the coaches over there, I think, right now. I think he's a high-level black belt under Clockwork.
Pick a common name like a normal person.
Anyway, Asmongold replied to Hassan. Hassan has said that Israeli settlers were valid military targets and then explicitly said that there are baby settlers. Anyone could look for this clip and find it. You're not mad I said to kids. You're just mad the kids I said to aren't Jews. Man, what even is Twitch in 2026? And this is all just the aftermath of Tyler Whited Greek stopping Variety.
Civilian casualties and anybody who's not a combatant is a tragedy. It's a horrible thing to have happen. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you're not allowed to have borders. And it doesn't mean that you can't make decisions to protect your own people, even if it comes at the expense of other people that are trying to do this in bad faith and use this. And by the way, the usage of people like this as human shields is a war crime in itself.
And that's the problem with leftists. They never take human nature into account. You know, some people are genuinely horrible and will use a child as a human shield.
I don't think that they really care about these kids. They don't give a shit about them. Like, these are the people they'll bring kids to an ICE protest. Why would you bring a kid to a protest where there's rioting and there's flashbang grenades and tear gas being set off? And the truth is, and there is a reason for it, the reason why they do that is because they want to use these kids and the harm that these kids will inevitably go through because of collateral damage. And they want to use this as a political tool so they can advance their agenda.
Am I like schizophrenic, or is everything he said there just straight up facts? Like, full stop. If you bring your child to a protest, you are a piece of shit.
But when you're advocating for people, the dialogue has broken down. It's gone. Like, there is no dialogue. That's where, you know, even though I didn't like him, that's when people like Charlie Kirk start getting shot. All right? Because the dialogue has broken down.
And I don't want to use a bunch of euphemisms and other types of vague and pacified language to discuss this in a way that is not authentic to its true harm.
Yeah, I don't think that he should be, I guess you could say, punished for speaking his mind and giving his opinion on these types of topics, right? He's adding to the discussion. Meanwhile, people like Hassan Piker and his whole crew of lackeys, they could go out here and say the most disgusting, foul things and nothing. And if something is so minimal, like they'll do it on his day off, so he could come back and spew the same hatred. Right, they're making it seem as if Asmongold went out here and violated. Nah, he said something that even he admits was intense. Even he was like, yeah, you know, that was intense, which he probably just was in the moment for the sake of entertainment. It was like, yo, you know, let me throw a little extra sauce on it, and then it didn't come out the way that he intended. But I still don't think that he was wrong for giving his opinion. And I don't think what he said was crazy like that. It was intense, though.
And its true existence, which is what I think that's what it is. And I think that there are definitely criticisms people have of me that are valid, where like I probably do dial it up a little bit too much, and maybe I could use different rhetoric, etc. But I want to let you know that I apologize for nothing. I meant exactly what I said. And I think that these borders should be defended with lethal force whenever it's being invaded by 40 to 60,000 people at the same time.
I refuse to believe this isn't a bipartisan issue, though, because I think everyone can agree the borders are real and, you know, excessive immigration would be bad. What? It's been in The Walking Dead. Bad things happen when you let an unvetted chud through your border. But anyway, this is Twitch we're talking about. That Asmongold got a 2-week ban, which, you know, nobody is shocked other than Kaya.
That many people want to simply appear smart. And one of the easiest way to try and appear smart when you're a stupid person
is to put on a suit and start LARPing.
Is to say horseshoe theory, two sides of the same coin. I'm actually a moderate. I'm actually right at the center of these two different dangerous forms of commentary.
Brilliant. If you're not a radical, you're stupid. You heard it here first. And then what the? Even Elon Musk got involved with the Twitch drama. Why does Twitch have this double standard? He means what he says. Even replied to Asmongold's Frogan, one of the known richest people on the planet, and he's unemployed. How?
And I
even he was like, wait, hold up. This don't sound right. That sound a little crazy.
like how people are trying to say that, no. What he said is that enforcing border control is actually what he was going for, and that children should be used as human shields. If that happens, they should get so we can prove to them that that shouldn't happen. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, this dude has had such insane takes over the past year, and it all comes down to one thing. Asmongold has genuinely just lost his mind. Like, he is actually a fucking maniac.
This dude is so zogged. His first thought on decentivizing child trafficking is to kill the kids being trafficked. He didn't even consider killing the traffickers. Yeah, dude, I'm sure likening border control to child murder is really going to get the moderates back to your politics.
And in my opinion, if you
They're trying to like sway what he said to the all the way extreme, so it justifies them saying some disgusting extreme stuff about him. Like, yeah, nah, I'm not rolling. I'm not falling for the Hassan Piker tactics. Did I mess up that word over here? Tactics. There you go.
don't capitulate to this emotional blackmail, you also don't allow these people to target and victimize these children by using them as baggage and effectively shock troopers in order to accomplish a goal. So, for example, if these kids are being charged as adults, the entire tool that these people were using, these gangs were using of having children commit crimes on their behalf, this tool would effectively be rendered ineffective.
I mean, yeah, that's obvious. Cartels and gangs do use children. That's not a mystery.
But we don't want to do that because it makes people sad to put kids in jail. But from my perspective, the way that I see it is that it makes me sad to see kids that were abused, that are trafficked, and that are put into these situations because the people that are truly and profoundly evil, the people that know this, know that they can use these children because they can co-opt and use your morality against you so they can push their own evil designs.
Like, am I cooked? He's basically saying desperate times call for desperate measures.
The moment you illegally trespass and cross someone's border illegally, you are a criminal. There's not a chance they are criminals. They are criminals immediately by nature.
I, however, am not a criminal. Paimon may be 11, but she...
You about to mention his Genshin baddies? That's what I usually see for him say during these segments.
Is fiction. Not even the state of Texas can prevent me from loving my anime girls.
Well, this might be a bit of an extreme
Okay, well, it was a little bit different this time. Instead of Genshin baddies, anime girl.
execution, literally. I do see where Asmongold's coming from. At least his logic seems sound. Subscribe if you're dumb and you still think the horseshoe theory is true.
Shout outs to WestJet. Yeah, I think a lot of these woke people are going crazy and trying to stretch the whole Asmongold thing to justify their actions and their extreme, disgusting things that they've done. But I'm not falling for it. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button. Also share the video as well.